Hello guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to this session and welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, that is the BYJU'S Exam Prep. Yes guys, all GATE aspirants, ESE aspirants, HPCL, BHEL, any of the PSUs you are targeting, we all know that with our regular preparation, apart from the regular classes, apart from the regular practice, apart from the revision, there is one very important thing where students sometimes don't focus a lot. Okay, maybe maybe just because they are not much aware about it's important, or maybe just a little casual behavior. But yes, in this session I'm going to talk about the importance of test series to crack any competitive examination. Okay, yes, what is the importance of test series to crack any competitive examination of the be it GATE, be it engineering services, or any other competitive exam, dear students, right? Yes, very, very good evening. Good evening, Rohit, Raghavendra, Rahul. Yes. So it depends on the syllabus status of you, Rahul. If it is almost done, you can start immediately. But if it is not done fully, then also you can start one or two tests till November. Okay, but December, January, you have to, be very much increasing the frequency of the test, and we are going to talk about all such area. Okay, so what is the importance of test series in cracking any competitive examination? Let us get started and let us learn about that. Good evening, Rakesh. Good evening, Sri Lakshmi. Good evening, Dreamer. Very good evening, all. Come on, quickly keep joining the session. Okay, so let's get begin up. Okay, let us get slowly started with the session. Okay, and this is first of all a brief intro about me in case somebody new to my session. Yeah, coming to that, Rahul, also coming to that. But 55% here, so slowly you have to, little bit now increase your speed because 45% remaining here. You have to till November at least try complete, 80%. So this is a brief intro about me. This is your mentor Rakesh, and I have secured All India rank 9th in the GATE examination, completed my Masters from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and I have been training for more than 12 years and have trained more than 50,000 students in my journey. Okay, in my more than 12 years of journey. All right. Now, first of all, let us talk about the importance and the benefits of any test series for any competitive examinations. Good evening, NSP. Some of the benefits you must be aware, but we take it, very casually as I'm telling you. What are the benefits? Then what should be your approach for test series and how BYJU'S Exam Prep can help you with the test series? All those things we are going to discuss in this particular session. Number one, now, before appearing any test, excuse me. I'm so sorry, excuse me, right? So, one of the biggest reason why many students don't appear in the test because they have the fear of performance, right? Of course, definitely as soon, I have seen several students in my career, in my whole experience, they are very good in the class, they are very sharp while they're solving the questions, but they are not able to perform that much in the test, right? Because the first thing that comes into the mind when they're appearing in the test is the timer, right? And they just start worrying about the time. They just start worrying about the time. They start worrying about their performance, how the performance is going to be. They are not focusing on the questions, but rather they are focusing what is going to be the result. Because when you appear in the test for the first time or the second time or the third time, when you are just into the early stages, definitely this is going to happen because it is a time bound examination. Regularly practicing at home is okay, it is easy, that only checks your concept. But when you're solving questions in a test series, that not only checks your concept, of course concept is the first thing, but that also tests your patience, test your mental skill, how strongly you are able to hold even though there is a timer running up. But still, do you worry more about the timer or are you confident about yourself, right? Guys, this will happen in some of the tests, maybe in maybe 2 to 4 tests, but not more than that. But if you regularly give the test, any such fear will be eliminated, right? So right now, you might be in, some of you might be in the phase ki as soon as a test comes, you start worrying, and you really can't apply your real concepts. You know the concept, but you're not able to apply it. Good evening, Suresh. Okay, so number one benefit of appearing in this test series is that it is going to help you eliminate the fear. As I'm again telling you, in the GATE exam, Number one, your concepts are important, I know. Your practice is important, I know. Number one, concepts. Number two, practice. But what is next thing that is going to matter in the final examination time is your mental ability, right? How much you are able to trust yourself on your concepts, how much you are able to avoid looking every time at the timer, how strong you become. The test series is going to make you that mentally strong. Okay, it is going to help you eliminate fear. One or two, you may be fearing. Let that one or two be trial test. Let that fear not come in the final gate examination. Okay. Number two, a very simple reason is it is another good source of questions. After completing the concepts, after completing the concepts, after completing PYQ, after completing workbooks, after completing everything, students several times they keep wondering, I need more questions. I'm done with the syllabus. I'm done with the workbooks. I'm done with PYQ. What else to do now? Right. Test series is another good source of questions. I'll tell you a simple logic. I'll tell you a very simple logic that suppose you do around 20 subject-wise tests. Suppose you do around 20 subject-wise tests. You do around 50 topic-wise tests. You do around 50 topic-wise tests, and you do minimum 15 mock tests also. Minimum 15 mock tests also. Just have a count, right? Okay. Just have a count. Yeah, chalo, let me take it as still a good number. 20 is what I really advise. It can be even more, but 20 mock tests is what a really gate topper should be targeting. Okay, so if we have into this calculation, how much is this? 20 into 65. This is nothing but 1300 questions. Let's say topic wise test has only 10 questions. See, different test series will have different modules. Let's assume 10 questions only in a single topic wise test. Okay, and let's say a subject wise test has 20 questions. So this is 2020, this is 400. Now if you count, this is becoming 2200. This is just like one more book you have solved. Just as an example, okay, in some of the test series it may be 2000, some of the test series it may be 3000, 4000 also. I'm just taking a rough example. So how many questions effectively you are solving? More than 2000. That means one more practice book. One more practice book you have completed. So the second benefit of appearing in the test series, you get another good source of practice. Okay. Yeah, Lokesh will going to tell you about that as well. I'm going to brief you about that as well. Right. Yes, fast track. That is what is definitely going to be covered. Good evening, Abhishek and Crocodile. Interesting names. Right. Chalo. Okay. So, aage badhte. Let's get moving forward. Next one. Okay. Then, number 3, very important area is it supports revision. Now, how does it support the revision? Okay. How does it support the revision? Of course, when you're going to appear in any of the tests, right? Whether it is subject-wise test, topic-wise test, mock test, when you go and appear in any test, the first fundamental thing that you are going to do, is what? Think. You're going to revise. Simply blindly, if you are a serious aspirant. See, I don't see. Right now, this is the month of October. Right now, we can't decide what the topper is. Topper will only be decided in the month of February when the GATE exam is conducted, right? But right now, your honesty, your dedication, your seriousness towards the examination will decide whether you're going to go towards the topper zone or whether you're going to just be a regular, qualifier student. But let me tell you, if we go into this part, okay, most of the serious aspirants who aim to become topper, they are not going to just go and blindly sit in a test series. They are going to first revise, whether it is a subject test or mock test. They are going to revise as per the syllabus of that particular test. So indirectly, it supports your revision cycle and it completes your revision plan as well, right? Next, the most important point why test series is important for you. The most important point why test series is important for you, it helps you identifies your particular mistakes, right? You think that you're good in concepts, you think that you are going to really score good in the GATE exam, you are going to be very strong in that subject, but how you can only decide only if you have just solved some questions in the class or if you have just solved some questions at your home alone, unless and until you appear in an examination where not only you, thousands of students are appearing in the test series, right? Thousands of students are appearing in the test series. Unless and until you sit in that atmosphere, unless and until you make an analysis key, even though you have scored good, but is that good enough? right? You might have scored, right, 60 out of 100, but you never know that test was very simple, and many of the students have scored 70 plus, right? So if you are lagging behind that, what were your mistakes, right? It is not about simply being depressed. It is not about simply being worried that I scored 60, many students scored 70 plus, but why? This was not the GATE examination. Why? So what I can do, right, in my remaining 3 months, so that I can also go beyond 70, right? I can also go beyond 70. So this test series is going to actually make you identify your mistakes, and it is also going to tell you where exactly you stand. Right? You may think you are comfortable, but many of the students might have prepared more than you. How do you test? You can only test in the test series, because at home you are studying alone. Only in test series you get a performance, all India level performance, and that will give you a clear idea where you are and what next you have to target. You may be good also. Suppose many students securing 70 plus, you already secured 85. Confidence booster. Tap yourself, appreciate yourself. That also may be possible. I'm not telling that you're going to score low only, but unless and until you sit in the test series, आपको पता नहीं लगेगा. You can't decide where you are actually standing right now. It helps you identify your mistakes. Okay. Now, what type of mistakes? Mistakes means, of course, if you have done some mistakes, you scored less. What types of mistakes? By mistakes, I do not only mean conceptual mistakes. There can be several other things, right? Several other things. Yes, I, Krishna, I'm going to tell you that as well. Sagar, I mostly target digital communication part. Okay, mostly target digital information theory से एक question आ सकता है, as well as from the analog communication, one question from frequency modulation is also quite expected. At least these two parts, other than random variable, random process, you should definitely target. Okay, right. So why I scored less? There can be several reasons. Okay, maybe I didn't know the concept. Okay, this will give you a message. Okay, I have to go and revise that particular concept, study that particular concept. I have missed that in my preparation. Okay, I have missed that in my preparation. Okay, now next possible error. I knew the concept. I have studied this, but I only studied once. I did not practice much. ये होता है. Many of the students have studied, but they did not practice much. So I did not practice much. Okay, so easily I forget the formula. Easily I miss the formula, right? So that is the next possibility. You have studied, but you did not practice a lot, so that in the exam time, in the pressure time, you forgot the formula. You applied the wrong formula. That is next possible, very frequent mistake that students commit. Next, your concepts are clear, your formulas are clear, your practice is also clear. You have applied a very correct formula, but even after applying the correct formula, you have done the calculation mistake. Again, it's a mistake that happens in the time bound atmosphere, because you are in a hurry, you are in a rushy mode to complete the paper. So calculation errors are bound to happen. So next is the calculation error. Okay, moving ahead. Right, your calculations suppose are also perfect. Okay, you know the concept, your system is perfect, you have remembered the formula, your calculations also here perfect. But what if you apply the wrong input here? It's a system. Now the brain is a system. If you apply wrong input, it will give wrong output, although everything is internally correct. So again, many of the times what happens, because we are in hurry burry, we read the wrong data. It's a reading error, also known as a data error, right? We read some data, they just misread the data. Okay, so that's a very, again, common mistakes in the time bound examination, and etc. When you come and write on the examination, then you get to identify what type of mistake you are committing, and unless and until you know these mistakes, how you can rectify it, right? So you need to be aware about, if you are scoring less, why you are scoring less, right? The next big benefit of the test series is goal tracker. As I already told you, okay, sometimes you're analyzing your mistakes, right? This test series helps you in identifying the mistakes. What type of mistakes I told you, right? You might have scored 60, many students score 70 plus. So, you have to define your targets. Okay, it is the month of October. Even if I appear in mock right now, okay, if I'm appearing 40, 50 also right now, it is good, right? Because 3 more months are there. My syllabus is left. Even if you're scoring 35, 40 right now, it is good, provided your syllabus is left. November, you should see improvement at least 45, 50. December, it should shoot beyond 55. Like the targets has to be there. So in a sense, the test series will help you tracking your goal plans. every time you appear in test, okay, you again, I'm telling you, internally you may be confident that I have done fully, but when you go and appear in the test, you might feel that I have done this mistakes which I was not expecting. Due to those mistakes, I could not touch my goal. So it is going to help you in tracking your goal, whether you are achieving what you want, so that in the real atmosphere, in the final exam date in February, you actually come up and score good, right? Hello, right? Okay, and slowly you improve. It builds up your self-confidence. And preparing for any competitive exam, what is one important thing required is your self-confidence. If you're always demotivated, if you're always worried, you're not going to perform naturally, right? So in one test series, in two tests, in third test, maybe you scored less. But eventually, if you're a true fighter, if you identified your mistakes, why you scored less, if you reappear with the proper strategy in the next test, right? Simply just appearing in the test is not going to help you. Appear in the test, identify why you scored less, so that in the next test, you do not commit the same mistake. Mistakes will be there, but every time don't commit the repeated mistakes, right? So you should analyze your mistakes, then go in the next test, you will see some improvement. Next, you will see some more improvement, and slowly you keep improving, and slowly you keep improving. You build up your confidence. You build up your confidence, right? Now, BYJU'S Exam Prep presents to you GATE test series as well as the PSU test series, which I'm going to brief you, in which you can get the unlimited access to the mocks, right? Unlimited access to all the mocks. So what is the BYJU'S Exam Prep test series? I'm going to brief you about that. Have a look into this. This is the GATE and ESE test series. This is what is the GATE and ESE test series for 2023, for the exam of 2023. What does this test series contain? Have a look into this. Okay, for GATE, civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, computer science, all these branches have the test series where you'll get 10 full-length mock test and 25 to 30 subject and part test. Right. Hi, good evening, Bhanu, Mass Angel. When we go to the ESE, of course, only 4 branches are there for ESE: civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics. Okay, only these 4 branches are eligible for ESE. Right. There you are getting 16 full-length mock test, and again, subject-wise and part-wise test is 25 to 30. Subject test and part test is 25 to 30. Not only GATE and ESE, if you enroll for test series, you automatically get the test series for PSUs as well. What is going to be that test series? Right. For HPCL, depending on the exam, whatever is the current exam. So currently BHEL and HPCL exams are just upcoming. Okay, from the end of October they are starting. So HPCL, mechanical and electrical, you have the test series where you are getting full length mock test number 5 in total. And BHEL, we have the test series for civil, mechanical, and computer science, again where you have 5 full length mock test series, right? What are the different benefits of this particular test series? So same exam interface, right? For GATE, it is same as GATE. Okay, for rest, it is same as that particular examination. This is with respect to GATE. So you get the same, exactly 100% same exam interface as of that particular examination, right? After completing the test, you have the entire detailed solutions for your complete reference. Okay, for your complete reference. Real-time experience to score better. As I told you, the real-time atmosphere is where you start losing the marks. You don't, normally when you solve question, there is no timer. When you start sitting on the screen, you are more worried about timer. You're not focusing on your real concept. You don't trust yourself, right? Performance analysis is also there, right? I told you that example also. You scored 60, but is it sufficient? You may be topper at 60 sometimes, or you may be, at thousands rank sometimes at 60, depending on the type of the paper. Some papers may be difficult, some papers may be easy. So you get your detailed performance analysis. What is your all India rank? What is your percentile? All those things you are going to get, right? Okay, right? And then your comparison reports, very important. Okay, comparison scores. What is your score and what is the topper score? You scored 60, topper scored maybe 80. Yeah, you itself are the topper. That also may be possible, right? How much time on an average you took to solve the test? How much time is taken by the topper? So that you also get an idea about speed, right? Your accuracy, now how accuracy is determined? The total questions you solved correct, and then there are some questions which you solved incorrect. That determines your inaccuracy. So accordingly, your total accuracy has been calculated. Number of questions correct divided by the number of attempted questions. Okay, and what is the topper's accuracy? It is not always necessary to solve more and more number of questions. No, the idea is to solve more correct number of questions. Right? Acha. Because of accuracy, some students prefer accuracy. Yes, first of all, you should prefer accuracy. Okay, but due to that, I'm telling you now what is important, more number of correct questions to be solved. But because of that, some students are not able to solve more questions. No problem. Speed will increase slowly. The first, worry about this, your accuracy. Next, worry about your time. Automatically, your score will improve. Accuracy versus speed. First, be accurate. First, be crystal clear in your concepts. First, study everything correctly. Right? Slowly, with more practice and more number of tests you give, your timing will be improved. Right? You will become better in terms of time. You will take less time to score questions. And then automatically, if you're accurate and if you take less time, you are scoring best and best, better and better in the test series. So your score is automatically uplifted. Right? So worry more about these two, your score automatically is improved. Right? Okay, score can be improved by strategy, and this is what is a strategy. Accuracy directly related with your concepts and practice. Okay, more related with concepts. Time totally related with your practice, more test, more analysis will improve your time. Okay, all the tests are based on the latest pattern, not randomly. Whatever is the current exam pattern, whether it is GATE or ESE or HPCL or BHEL, whatever test you give, it is going to be that. And this is like a subscription chip. The price is 999, and you get all the test series within this, whether it is GATE or ESE or BHEL or HPCL, all the particular test series you get within this particular price. More details, how to register, how to pay, it is available on the BYJU'S Exam Prep. BYJU'S Exam Prep app, just download it from the Google Play Store. It's available on the Google Play Store. Just download it and get the complete information about this. Get the complete information about this particular module. Right? Hi, Saifullah. Right? So that is what, guys, this session was a brief intro about what is the importance of test series and how the BYJU'S Exam Prep provides you the test series where you can cover GATE, engineering services, BHEL, HPCL, and any other PSU. Suppose notifies for the examination, you will be eligible to appear in that particular test, and that is the price at the price of 999. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in this short session. If you have any more queries, I'm more than happy to answer you. Yes, or else we can conclude. Any more details you need about the test series? Right, its mode of payment, how to register. You have to just go to the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. All information will be available there. Right, and do not forget to subscribe the BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube channel, English and Hindi. This session was streamed on both the channels. Do not forget to subscribe the BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube English as well as Hindi YouTube channels. Right. So with this, me Rakesh Talreja signing off. I hope you have got some information about the test series and also how BYJU'S Exam Prep provides you the particular test series, number of tests, number of modules, everything I've briefed you. This is the features with the price I've told you, and these are the number of tests for the PSUs right now, HPCL and BHEL, and these are the number of tests for the GATE and engineering services examination. All right, guys. Chalo, guys. Okay. Bye bye. Take care and stay safe.